5051.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Everybody, thank you again for joining us on today's Entrepreneur. My name is Yadi H-Town, and here we are with Raymond Romo in the house at Rock and Race. We're going to talk about rock. We're going to talk about all the good stuff that's going on in H-Town. So if you don't know, and if you're on the east side, definitely check out Rock and Race. Thank you so much for joining us today in the studio.
No, thank you, Yadi. Thank you for having me.
You're a really, really big entrepreneur. Now tell us a little bit about what you're doing. What are you doing, man?
I mean, honestly, we're trying to bring something different to the community, really. In that area, it's primarily a lot of like Spanish music. You know, you have some of those Spanish bars, sports bars and things. But my dad, he wanted to bring something different, some rock type music, you know, classic rock, 80s, 90s, new age metal, things like that. You know, we thought that it was a good, perfect opportunity for us to be able to branch off, at least because more music is coming out of like the North Houston area, maybe like 45 South, far out, you know, seeing big venues, big bands. We wanted to be able to bring a little bit more intimate, but at the same time still provide the same type of quality, same type of act, you know, things like that. You know, the real like showmanship, the real like, hey, we're family. We treat everybody like family. You know, on top of, you know, we have a staffing agency as well. We help bring jobs to the community. We employ a little over 200 people here in Houston.
And what's the phone number to get somebody up and going
like
with you guys?
For like the business, if you want to do a staffing agency, you could call me direct at 713-384-1726. You can ask for Robert. You know, we'll take you wherever you need to be as long as you have the know-how, the skill set, you know, everything that meets the criteria. We're going to find you a home where you actually can like retire at a facility. You can do things there and see like the benefits, see the whole like vacation,
so no
holidays,
excuses, you
everything.
Guys. You have somebody that's out here ready to help you if you're looking for employment.
I'll help anybody.
So if you don't have
no
they'll
idea.
take you like the army. I'm just kidding. I'm just
do.
Yeah, but they'll take you in.
I mean, I help out musicians because musicians, you'll see like some musicians, they're like, hey, I just want to play music. I want to play music, but they want to do something on the side, something to make money, something to be able to help them if they're not getting paid as much as they need to get paid. So what we'll do is we'll pair up the two. We'll actually pop up at the bar and offer jobs. And we did a job fair over there, I would say a few months back.
That's
and
awesome.
Man, I would tell you, like, it got really good responses. It did. They put us on the news. You know, it's just bringing something different. We want to be able to just incorporate something that's not really being done. I mean, we're all about progressing.
So that's good. You're giving hope to a lot of people that are maybe having difficulties or going through a struggle with, you know, employment, cutting back and things like that. You know, they have to manage that in a dream. In this case, you know, you're dealing with musicians that if they have a band and they want to keep doing their band thing, but they also need, of course, support themselves because sometimes, you know, the fame doesn't come that easy. It's a struggle.
It is.
And that's awesome. So then you also have your Rock and Race going on. Let's talk about that. Since what year did we establish that
we established in I would say the beginning of like 2018. Beginning of like 2018. We're a little over a year old right now. We definitely are. That, you know, the way that came about, I mean, my father comes from the neighborhood, Denver Harbor, East Houston.
What's his name again?
Raymond.
No, the bird, what is the...
Teddy Bear?
Teddy Bear.
Teddy Bear. Yeah, everybody in the neighborhood, they knew him as Teddy Bear. You know, he was one of the very few pioneers that started back then over there. He would set up outside of like Nieto Park and stuff like that. He'll set up with his equipment, him and his boys, and next thing you know, they're just jamming. The whole block will start stopping by.
Wow.
You know, they'll take a little generator and get it going. They'll do house party set up in the garage and just stop the block. And
that's how you said he met your mom, right?
That's how he
your
met my mom.
Heard the music and
she heard the
ended
music.
up being at the park.
Yeah, drove by on her bike with her friends, and she just decided, like, oh man, like, he's the one.
Right.
Like my dad always says it. Like, I just listen to every story that they have about it. You know, about growing up and all the experiences. And I honestly try to mimic it myself. Whenever I started doing my music industry, he's all like, hey, go in the parking lot, you know, and just start playing. And we're like, what the? Next thing you know, cars just start stopping, things like that. So he had a dream. His whole life, he had a dream. He just wanted to be able to bring something to the neighborhood.
And your relationship with La Fama, right?
Yeah, so yeah, like La Fama, that was my uncle, his Albert, you know, him and his band. He was the manager. Albert, his son, he was the drummer. Albert Chavarria. I mean, there's a whole lot of Alberts in there, you know, but we've been in music our whole life. Everybody in my family on my dad's side plays an instrument. When I say like banjos, accordions, my grandpa was a violin player, you know, the Baja, everything. Like, yeah, like it's just everybody in my family plays music. And I kind of started a little late, you know, and my dad was like, like, I want my son to do it.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
always.
I started a little late. I was into sports more so. But once I got into it, oh, man, it's like you get so hooked. You get so hooked. Yeah. And just being like...
You found you.
You get in front of an audience. There's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it.
Now, where exactly is it located at? Rock and Race.
Rock and Race. So we're actually off of like 6919 Lyons Avenue. It is in the heart of Denver Harbor, right off of I-10 East, right across the, like from the Budweiser plants.
So a lot of history
like
in that area.
Oh, a lot
Definitely.
of history. You know, if you see like the the buildings in the community, like you can tell like it's a lot of older structures, but at the same time, like, you know, new construction's expanding out. They're coming into it. You know, like the neighborhood at one point they banded together and they wanted to keep it with the roots. They wanted to keep it with the roots. So that way the big corporations didn't come in and start pulling them out, because you got to think about it. East End, like, it's right there down the street from us. So we found that, like, man, that's like a prime area for us to be able to, because once we start growing and we start building the name, I mean, we can only get bigger. We can only get bigger, and we have plans to. We definitely have plans to. We just got to start from the feet. We got to put our feet in the cement and dig in. I mean,
and so they can find you on Facebook?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, at Rock and Raise Nightclub. We're all over.
And we have another event that's coming up soon, right?
We do.
Saturday?
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
It's actually Loungefly and Kings of the Ceramic Times.
Okay.
Yeah, so Loungefly, they do an STP tribute band. Kings of the Ceramic Times, they're actually Queens of the Stone Age tribute band. These are young guys.
Okay.
You know, what inspired me to get them on, man, they range from like 15 to 18, their age range. When I was their age, I was doing the same thing. I was actually trying to go to like Fitzgerald's, Java Jazz, you know, pushing it out there. And so whenever these young guys hit me, I was like, oh man, like,
I want to help.
Yeah, like it just brings back like an idea, like, hey, look. And the best part is that in their mind, they think like, oh, we're just going to go and play and do our thing. I'm like, no, look, you're going to get paid to do what you want to do.
That's the awesome part about it.
That's the best part. Like, we're musicians, so at heart, we just only want to look out for the musician.
That's
like,
good.
that's what we like to do. I don't try to take away from anything. We put in a lot of money going into advertisements. We put into it with the flyers. We do live videos where it'll show the band. Honestly, like a lot of fan base, they come off of the videos. They'll see what we're doing and they're like, oh wow, I couldn't make it there tonight. No problem. I'm gonna go live for you. I'm gonna show you what you're missing, you know, just so you can enjoy it as well. And the next time you want to come around, come see what we got going on.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah, like we got Daniel Lee coming out Friday. Daniel Lee, he's a local actually. So he grew up in Denver Harbor himself. Man, you know, with Daniel Lee, he's an acoustic act. His voice is so unique. When I say, like, it is just on a whole different type of level of uniqueness, like it is. And his crowd, like, it started off in the beginning as kind of small, and that's how they build at our facility. It'll start small, but once you keep on going and you keep on, like, you know, showing the crowd, hey, look, I'm here. Man, they'll accept you, and then the crowd just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, I tell everybody that all the time. You got to interact. Like Houston bands, Houston Tributes, Danielle, she's doing really great out there.
Yeah.
She makes our job easy. She makes our job easy, and she interacts with me very well. You know, she lets me put my voice out there for it, because the thing is that sometimes bands, they'll get a misconception of like, hey, are we getting paid? Are we going to waste time? What are we going to do? Do you have sound? Do you have this and that? She allows me to put a voice out there where everybody's going to know what we got going on. And honestly, from there, I've gained a lot of fans, a lot of clientele, a lot of people that are interested in jumping on, and they're making our job easier. She's done a really great job, and she does it for free.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
She does it for free, so that helps us out a lot.
And
Definitely.
security-wise, we are very secure there. You were telling me that
yeah.
because people know you for a long time. There's
People know the
that,
neighborhood.
Yeah.
People in the neighborhood, they know my dad. You know, they come in and they know my mom. They love them. They see us. We're family. We're family. Some of the local tow trucks actually services. We got one of the sons. He comes out sometimes. Most of the time.
The sons.
Yeah, the
Oh,
son
okay.
from the
Man,
local
they're
tow
from right
trucks.
here. They're
You know,
like down the street off of Fairbanks.
So like they'll come in and they'll say like they'll keep everybody on the phone like, hey, look, if we got someone coming in and gonna repost somewhere or do something like that, like they'll let us know. But for the most part, we're good. We're good. They take care of us. The neighborhood embraced us.
Now,
So-
as far as entrance goes, do we have like is the fee
Different
feasible
nights.
for everybody or different nights?
Yeah. So when we do like a tribute, and this is a thing that I tell everybody. So when we do a tribute band, they want to get paid good money,
Right.
And rightfully so. They want to get paid good money. So what we do is we charge at the door.
Okay.
You know, we'll put a small fee. We started off at $5 because we needed people to understand, like, we're here.
Right.
You know, and bands like Hardwired to Kill Them All, they're a Metallica tribute band here in Houston.
Okay.
Those guys right there, they actually started off my first show.
Oh.
You know, where I decided like, hey, I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna try to take us to a new era. I'm gonna try to bring us more update, more current, and things like that. And Randy Alanis, he's the leader of that group, or I like to say things like that. But honestly, like they're all leaders in that group. But him himself, he jumped on board with us, and he's like, you know what, we'll do $5. We'll do $5 at the door. And it worked out. It brought more attention. Now that we're grown, we put it up to $8. We don't go more than that because really we still want people in the neighborhood, everybody like around surrounding areas to want to come, to want to say like, hey, yeah, I don't mind paying $8 for the band.
Age group?
Age group, we're all ages. We
All
check
ages?
IDs. We
Okay.
do things like that. We'll give bracelets at the door.
Okay.
You know, and one thing I tell everybody is that, you know, this money, we don't touch it. Any of the money that gets collected, we hire a guy to collect all the money,
Okay.
check in people, keep a tally of how many people get into the door. We don't touch that money. All that money goes directly to the band.
To the band.
To the band.
Oh, wow.
That
So if you
means
bring
that
a crowd, and if you're a band that you
That's it.
already have been in the game, then you bring them with
Oh,
you,
they're
you bring
gonna-
your invites, then that's still going to come back to you.
yeah.
So that's what's up. That's really good.
That's the benefit of it.
Yeah.
That's the benefit. Now, some bands, they want to put on their guest list, you know, oh, my wife, my friends, my girlfriends and things.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it kind of takes away from their money at the end.
Oh,
But we don't
okay.
take anything out for like sound. We don't take anything out for advertisement, for flyers. Whatever
Okay.
we make at the bar, that's what we make.
So about how long do you push that client? How long do you push them? Like, let's say we're going to have a show on Friday. How
So
long
we'll
before?
push out about a little over a month.
A little over a month.
Sometimes
Okay.
we'll capture it like a month in, you know, just to like kind of stay a little bit more relevant. Or if sometimes we're trying to find a band to be able to jump on. But most of the time, the bands, they're so helpful.
Okay.
They're so helpful. They'll have their own acts.
Is there like
they can
a
do.
certain type of requirement that you just ask for from the bands?
You know,
or certain
really, what
rules,
it is
regulations?
is so if they sound good.
If they sound,
I'm not even
if
gonna
you don't
lie.
sound good, man, don't come
I'm
over
not
here.
even
Please
gonna
don't
lie. Like there's musicians where they just want to do it and they don't really put their thought or their idea into it. And at our facility, I mean, I'm a musician, so I'm gonna hear you. I'm gonna look at videos. I'm gonna check some of your shows out. You know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show what's done, and then we'll see how it looks. Now there are some bands that they haven't played so much, and I'm willing to give it a shot, but I want to see that they're dedicated. As long as I see that they're dedicated and that they show the work ethic that goes into it, man, you have a home here.
Capacity-wise, what's
Man,
the...
we'll bring in a little over 200. A little
Okay.
over 200. We've had packed houses nonstop. We just recently had a band, People of the Sun. They're a Rage Against the Machine tribute band.
Okay.
You know, now this band right here, I'll tell you, they just won a big Houston tributes, Battle of the Bands, and they beat out I would
wow.
say over 20 bands.
Awesome.
They did. Now those guys, they show us so much love, and them at the same time, like they bring in a big crowd. You know, Mouth for War, which is actually a Pantera tribute band. Man, they bring in a big crowd. They do. And
Well, I mean, I definitely think I'm gonna go check y'all out pretty
I
soon.
hope so.
And I want to thank you again for coming out
No,
and
definite.
saying hi to us. And we hope to see you back again to
appreciate
give
it. I
us some of
appreciate it.
your awesome ideas and definitely invite more people and help people
Yeah.
out in the community.
I mean, if I could say thanks to some of the guys
Yes,
that actually
definitely.
go in
Please
there,
do. Uh-huh.
that'd be perfect. I mean, we have some greats that come out. They're really good friends of ours now. Anne Marie, Adrian, you know, Gus Guajardo. We'll have a few Philip, some Neither Nor, Daniel Lee, all of them. You know, I mean, Blood Red Sky, they're coming up. They actually played here.
Yeah, they did. And
so
that's
they're
how I
coming
kinda
up.
got your lead.
That's how
Uh-huh.
that's how we got in with it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we have some really great people that show us the most love, and I just want to thank y'all. Thank y'all
No,
so much for
thank you.
everything.
Thank you
y'all.
so much for gracing us with your presence. And thank you again for watching. And see you next time.
Thanks.
Thanks.